Hello and welcome to PP Learning Academy. I am Vijant Kumar. As I told you earlier, Donald Trump has developed a strange pattern. On one hand, he praises India. India is a great, Modi is a great, happy birthday. And the next day, he takes a decision that deals a heavy blow to India. And this time, his target is the H1B visa. You can say he has almost destroyed it. Trump has announced that if an Indian worker is to be hired in the US on H1B, the company will have to pay $1 lakh. Now, at today exchange rate of 87.88 per dollar, this means nearly 90 lakhs after transaction charges. But still unclear is whether this fee has to be paid every year or only at time of visa renewal. According to Harvard Lutech, the fee could be repeatedly charged, which partially kills the possibility of fresh Indian workers entering the US. Amitabh Kant, CEO of Niti Aayog, has already warned this move will choke innovation in America. But ironically, India could benefit. Why? Because yearly our brightest doctors, engineers, and innovators would leave for the US under H1B. Now they may stay in India. America loss could be India gain. But there is a catch. India will gain only if we fix our basics. Civic sense, cleanness, street law and order, and public confidence. That number one can get away with holinism because many Indians abroad say foreign countries are not magical. They must maintain cleanness, civic sense, and order. If we build this basis here, 80-90% of Indians could not even dream of leaving India. Now, some might think Trump shut the doors, so automatically Indian talent will strengthen India. But that not guaranteed. Our skilled workers might simply ship to Europe, Australia, or the UK instead. What is H1B visa? H1B is the America's street weapon. Without it, there could be no Google, no Silicon Valley. This instant my statement. It formed the world renowned physician Michiko Kaku. H1B allows US companies to hire skilled workers from abroad. Indians dominate here. Over 70% of H1B visa go to Indians. Thank you to IIT, AIMS, and other worldwide institutions. But Trump's sudden 1 lakh fee changes the game. Only extremely rare, high demand talent will be worth it at cost. For the average skilled worker, doors are almost shut. Why did Trump do this? Because the US jobs are sinking. Local workers have long demanded in H1B visa. Indians are taking coding and data science jobs. Industrialists like Elon Musk argue the US simply does not produce the same talent, but Trump is a politician. Ahead of midterm election, he chose to please voters. Likely impact decline in US tech companies accept lower quality output may even falling stock prices for Google, Microsoft, etc. Indians already in the US are safe. The rule applies mainly to fresh graduates and new workers. So what happens next? India will look more towards Europe, Australia, the UK, but India will lose billions in remittances as yearly workers used to send 20 to 30 billion annually. Of course, top talent will still find a way. US companies might pay the fee for them, but those will be rare exceptions. And until AI fully replace human workers, US firms will suffer. Trump has in reality hurt both Indian workers and American industries, all for politics. This also reveals the true state of US job market, protectionism, recession's fear, and even rising racism. Trump has also introduced so called gold cards for permanent residency, costing $5 million. But honestly, who wants to settle in such an uncertain environment? Recently, PM Modi gave a powerful message. A self reliant India is the cure for 100 sorrows. But remember, self reliance does not mean just a manufacturing in India, it means fixing our systems, clean air, clean cities, street law and order. Even small countries like Vietnam are admired for their traffic discipline and civic sense. If India achieves this, trust me, even NRI will want to return. The era of Indian workers going abroad, earning billions and sending money back, that era is closing. Now, the big question is, should India retaliate against the US on the H1B visa issue, or should we continue with a soft diplomatic approach? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. That's the end of video. Thanks for watching, and I, as always, say, may God watch over you.